friends, welcome to the start of a new video. In this one I'm gonna be opening boxes of books from fairyloot, and I also received two books that I already opened but I haven't really checked out yet, so I just thought I'd make a video where I do some kind of small little book haul that is only fairyloot edition. Romantasy, I believe. There is maybe one that isn't romance but it's fantasy or as light romance, but most of them are romantasy. So let's get started. First I'm gonna need my phone because, as you probably know if you've watched one of my videos before, wherever you are, thank you. I usually go into book blind, so it's kind of hard for me to do little summaries when I do book haul because I don't really want to know too much. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna read the lines of it, just like the quick lines of the book, to maybe just give a small idea of what it is. And that's my baby snapping, yeah, or sort of trying to nap. So the first book, oh, in case you're wondering, that's what's in here. So the first book I got in the fairyloot book only edition, where we have young adult and adult, usually fantasy romance, and it's The Floating World by Axie Ho. This is the book. It's really good. Not much on the back. And then we have this nice sprayed edges. Yeah, like birds. Just pink here. We have the little card in the art inside. So gorgeous all the time. Fairyloot, definitely, as far as I'm concerned. I got some from Alker and Elemi Crate. As far as I'm concerned, fairyloot always does the prettiest version. Yeah, art on both sides of the cover. On the other one we have probably the romantic interest and the girl. So this book is written by Axie Ho. I believe she wrote The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea and XOXO, which is more of a contemporary romance. So this one, apparently, what is happening in that one? Oh, okay, so this one, for anyone that's familiar with Le Bardigo, Shadow and Bone, I just read the synopsis for this, and it feels like an Asian retelling of Shadow and Bone. Is there such a thing? But basically we're following the guy who is a mercenary, and he's sent on a course to hunt down a girl who supposedly has magical power. She can emit a light, strong light, and the girl is actually an acrobat. She's in another town. She was with her adoptive parents apparently, and demons attack the town, and she then emits this light, and the kingdom from where the mercenary is basically hires him to find her. So they stumble across one another. Apparently, if you read the synopsis, he does not know that she's actually the target that he's hunting for, and it just kind of goes from there. I haven't read other books by this author, but she's highly recommended, usually on Goodreads, so I did not cancel my fairyloot for that one because I wanted to read that. Put the little card back in there. Then the next one, the same box. I believe this is the adult fantasy book from fairyloot. For both of them are for May, I believe. It might be April because I'm in Canada, so sometimes they get a little bit late. I got the book recently, so. This one is The Night and the Mud by Rachel Gillig. I actually read that other series. It's right here, down here, One Dark Window. I didn't read the second book of that series. I thought the gothic environment, she excels in that. It was slow paced but very immersive. But the romance felt a little bit lackluster for me. I don't know why. I liked the characters, but I just felt like it felt a bit like, and I didn't feel the tension that much. But the story was good, and the atmosphere, gothic style, I really like. So I'm hoping this one is the same kind of vibe, but with actual inks. So for this special edition, once again, Looks so good. I actually reversed that. When it came in, it came on the other side. On the other side, we have the same girl, I'm assuming. Oops. But like her profile. One thing I didn't really like though is that I'm assuming that's the same girl. Like, they do not look like the same person, so that threw me off a little bit. But so I put it this way because for me, I've seen this book announced a lot, and I just pictured this girl. We can only see here, but anyway, I just pictured these lips and this hair color when I pictured that book. So I just wanted to keep it like that. And that's actually the book. It's very pale purple, like butterfly. And in the inside, we have the same girl, like from the profile, but we have her like staring. She has her eyes covered, but you get what I mean. She's up front. And then I'm assuming that's the love interest. It's giving whoever that guy in Dune is, that's going out with like Kardashian. Anyway, it looks like him, doesn't he? So that's the special edition book of The Night in the Mud by Rachel Gillig. I'm not sure. Speaking of, I just realized, like, is it me or does the author kind of looks like the bottom of this character? Anyway, so what is this book about? Let's see. Oh, this little card says prophecies, probably verse, but yeah. So for that one, I was pretty happy as I've read her other series and she's always highly recommended. So this looks like it's going to be part of a trilogy, but right now we see on Goodreads one book, so who knows, or the series of it is duology. Okay, it starts like Book Talk Sensation. Yeah, okay. Well, she was, I guess, a series. Comes the next big romantasy. If you're looking for romantasy, you're in the right place because that's what we're talking about today. I mean, it even says the next big romantasy. Talking about it right now, right here. This one. The girl that does not have white hair is on this cover. So, what's her name? Let's see. Oh, I like how it starts as a gothic book. Totally the same vibe, I'm assuming, or more open. It's one dark window. Okay, this looks really good. So the girl is called Sybil Delic. And Sybil is a diviner, and she's in a church with other diviners. Those people are basically people that have vision, and that's kind of like her lot in life. And then enters this guy, and he's a knight. And I need to read the description on the synopsis because that sounds amazing. Rude, okay, heretical, she's in a church, the girl, and devilishly handsome. The knight Roderick has no respect for Sybil's vision. Love that. He's rude. Okay, I hope he's rude nice, you know, but anyway. And it so happens that the diviner at the cathedral are slowly disappearing, and it's kind of like a, I'm assuming, crime mystery gothic vibe. And obviously the knight, the rude knight, Reddick, decides to help the diviner. Why does he decide to do that? I'm assuming there's some kind of reason for it, as he probably does not care for the diviner, as I've just read, but we shall see. The dynamic between the two must be incredible, and she's a diviner with her, that's like, she's literally blindfolded, so I don't know how that's gonna like play out in the romance. Is that just like for the picture? Is that a current state? Like, does she always wear that on her eyes? I have no idea, but I'm a big fan. Also, another thing to notice on this cover that for some reason I find so much more interesting than the fairyloot edition, although I'm glad there's a little drawing inside, is that the girl is really wearing two outfits. She has like the night one, and she has this blue dress. So I don't know how that's gonna play into it. But yeah, so that's the second book that I got from Fairyloot. Now it's time to open a box. I've literally I almost opened these boxes, and I'm just like, that's why you have no videos to upload. You just don't think about doing it on camera. You just live your life, and then you're just like, oh, I have nothing to film except me drinking coffee and reading the same book for a month. But now I have boxes to open, and it's great. I get to do that on camera, and handle scissors like that. I get to do that too on camera. So let's open this box. Yeah. So this is not the monthly edition, these two books. But these boxes are not the monthly edition. They're actually books that I purchased directly on the website. They are usually books that come from previous boxes, and I'm assuming they have a lot of stocks for it. So this one, I don't even remember what it is. I don't know why there's this inside. There was literally a book, and then there was this. Okay. So I just have a little card from Fairyloot that says thank you. So there's no reveal as to what this book is. Huh. Oh, that's really cool. I just remembered ordering this. So I think it's right here. Oh, we can't see. You can't see the bottom. There you go. Yeah, but this is pretty much. Oh, I'm gonna have to see this author's name. Damn it. It's Watch Me from Tara Maffey. This is part of the Shatter Me world. It's not actually a Shatter Me book I've read. Shatter Me is like a trilogy that became a sexology. Is that a weird word? Is that even a word? Anyway, it became 6 books, and there's a lot of novella in that world. I read the first 3. It was really, really good. I actually kind of felt the romance, and it was like, well, it's been a long time. It's like urban-ish, dystopian style, and it was really in style. And we're following Juliet, who was in a prison. Her mind was all jumbled, and this son from like the Republic or whatever conquering people that now took over the world in this dystopian land. The son of the general of those people basically decided to use Juliet as a weapon because she has this power where she touches people and it can kill them. That was just the premise of the 6th book from Tara Maffey and the Shatter Me world. Really, really liked that series, although I did feel like the romance could be a little bit more. I was missing a little bit of something for me, but it was still really interesting and action-packed, so you read through it really quickly. So when I saw that it's so hard to put this on camera because it's so metallic, but she basically decided to do another book in the Shatter Me world with brand new characters, and I was like, you know, I really like the writing style, I really like the action. Maybe it was just the character that didn't fully connect. Juliet was, I don't know, it was something missing about Juliet for me. It just felt like her confidence, I couldn't understand first 2-3 books her confidence was down, but it kind of affected it a little bit for me because I just felt like she had this immense power and I just wanted her to like soar a little bit more. So maybe that's what book 4, 5, 6 will be for me. I haven't read them yet, so maybe that's what's missing. But anyway, I'm really looking forward to eventually reading this, as I have other books to read in that world, but still, that series. So this is a special edition, very metallic as I've just mentioned. Purple. Usually these are like normal color, and then Fairyloot likes to do something a little bit more original for like the big sprayed edges. Looks like thunder, maybe? Thunder or trees? I'm not sure. We're following the tradition of eyes. For anyone that's familiar with this series, it's always an eye. This one is quite normal compared to some others. And then, I'm like, oh, I've never seen this before. It's so weird. Well, yeah, I just opened the books. These I've already seen. Yeah, typical me. So anyway, I'll come in my head. Whoa. I'm like speechless. That happens often. Usually I have these like inside reaction where I just stop doing anything. But now I'm on camera, so I'm just gonna try to speak with my words. Yeah, you do. So, wow. Okay, this is an eye, very common. But the inside of it is so stunning. It's literally this like whole sceneries. Still looks very dystopian, snowing, and then boom. Love interest. Looks like we have a tiny little white-haired girl. And this kind of gives me soldier vibe, Asian maybe. That's just the art style. She has a dagger. We love that. Can you see she has a dagger? Yep, she's holding a little dagger. So that's the inside, and that's the book that got me speechless. We literally have like a whole scenery, like silver trees, and it says, "In my dreams, I am safe. Unless someone kills you in your sleep." That's weird. Normally you have these like plot line where it's when she's dreaming that she's not safe and she hasn't slept for days, but I guess she's gonna sleep a whole lot maybe. This is absolutely stunning. It gives a sci-fi dystopian vibe with like a little tower. I'll remove my ants because that's weird. We have this girl just walking, and on the other side, let me guess, the guy. Yup. Okay, that's weird. Just got to open the book and we have this here. What is that? Looks like it's done on purpose. And then we have the guy that looks nothing like the other guy on the cover. So maybe we have a love triangle of some sort. Or maybe he just got tan. Yeah, that can't be the same guy. This kind of like gives off like Aaron from the first 3 books, isn't it? Maybe. I'm not sure. I mean, the other character are probably going to make an appearance. So it's kind of hard for me to talk about this one, considering it's like continuation of the series, or happening in the same world after a series, but let's try. Oh, so it's called Shadow Me, the New Republic, so definitely a new set of characters. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know, that can't be spoilers, right? I mean, it's just like talking about characters. But basically, in this book, we're following the older brother of Aaron Warner. So that means that this guy here is probably Aaron. And the tan one is probably his older brother. Oh no, sorry. His older brother is Aaron Warner. Yeah, okay. So obviously the main character, this is the younger one. Maybe he's talk about it if Shadow Me series, I don't really remember. He wants to do what Aaron Warner never did. Basically, he's gonna try to infiltrate some kind of island, last refuge of the re-establishment. I feel like if I go further into this book, it's gonna give spoilers for the Shadow Me series. Basically, re-establishment is like some kind of faction that is opposite the one that usually Aaron Warner is from. So here we have his younger brother that wants to infiltrate the island, which is the last like remaining re-establishment bastion. And there he will probably meet said girl with a dagger that we've just seen. This one is probably gonna be this girl. And there's probably gonna be some romance there. So we shall see what's that about in a long time, as I'm a very slow reader with a busy life. Yeah, can't wait. I have no idea how I'm gonna make this big one fit with my little paperback. Oh, maybe like this. Oh yeah, like that. Okay. Next, we have the big box. This is probably a series, and I have a little feeling what it is, but you never know. Like I mentioned before, these usually arrive so late after I've ordered them, much later after I've ordered them, so I can forget. And anyway, we still have this for protection, I suppose. Thank you card. Okay, this is really a whole lot of books, so let's open that. I'm like almost sure I know what it is. Maybe not. Okay, this was not what I thought it was going to be. Really similar? Yeah? No? Maybe? Okay. So that's that. I've never read a book by this author before. I have a bunch of books. I have 4 actually. I'm not even sure which one's the first one. I think it's this one, but we're just gonna go through them really quickly. Oh my god, this one is so huge. Like you can't tell. It's a normal book. This is this one. But anyway, this is from K.A. Tucker. I think this author wrote a little bit of contemporary romance. I think one of them happened in Alaska. But that's all I know. I know she writes some fantasy. This series was really well rated on Goodreads. I thought it would be interesting to buy all 4. No idea if I like this author. Why did I do that? I think there was a moment in my life recently where I was just on a book buying binge, and here we are. So this is from Katie Tucker. This is, I'm pretty sure, the first book. It's called A Fate of Wrath and Flame. All the covers are pretty similar, so I guess we can just go. This one is so heavy, so big. This one is called A Dawn of Gods and Fury. Just has this little blue thing everywhere. Under, same thing. Just want to be told. Oh my god, wow, big reveal on this one. I'm gonna take the first one now. Then we have A Curse of Blood and Stone. No idea which order this is in, but it looks like cherry blossom almost on all sides. Then we have A Queen of Thieves and Chaos. Similar titles for all of them. This one is like beige, like flowers again. So all of them have like this flower theme going on. So I guess pretty similar. But A Fate of Wrath and Flame, which is the first book, has these little blue lilies everywhere. And inside we have, oh, I'm a big fan of like, can I even say that? The coloring of the main character. Like I'm a sucker for a dark-haired, blue eyes. I say woman. You thought I was gonna say guy, right? I mean, the guy decides if I feel the angst or not, but I really like imagining a dark-haired girl. I don't know, I just think she looks like such a badass. Oh, can we even see her? She's gorgeous. The guy isn't so bad himself either, but I prefer the dude-inspired guy in the light and the mud. Maybe we can mix them. Maybe we can like imagine them. Can you imagine these? This guy. What if he fell for her? Oh, maybe that's giving like. Let me see. I need to put my face. It's probably giving brother and sister vibe a little bit too much. But anyway, so that's the first book. So we have the couple, and we have the same thing on the other side. I've noticed that when the books are made as a series and not part of a book box monthly, they usually go a little bit more simple. Like for instance, there's nothing inside the cover either. Let's just go through the books just to get a feel for what they look like. Oh my god, wow, what a dressing evolution. So in A Queen, oh, these are signed by the way, in case anyone was wondering. These are all signed. Love that for me. So in this one, which I have no idea which order. Can I see that? Oh, A Curse of Blood and Stone is the second one. So let's go see the second picture. Oh, this one is gorgeous. So A Curse of Blood and Stone seems to be the second one. And in the second one, we're having the same couple, obviously, love a constant romance. Same character, wearing all black. She looks like she traded her robe for like squire outfit or something. Same image on the other side. Love that. She seems to be kicking ass in that one. I'm pretty certain that Queen of Thieves and Chaos is the third book. Sure is. The big chunker is the last one. Usually happens that way. And they progressively gets bigger, which is usually common too. So in this one, A Queen of Thieves and Chaos, this third book, we have the most gorgeous of image because I feel like that's kind of like a spoiler unless it's like Halloween or something. In this one, the same couple, obviously. Now she has wings. She's wearing a gorgeous dress. The guy is fitting, so maybe it's some kind of like ball of some sort. Okay, the guy looks really good there. He has a nice profile, like that jaw. This guy has a nice jaw. That's selling. That's good. So that's the third book. And the last one, Dawn of Gods and Fury. Let's see this image. Oh, I'm hoping for a slow burn because in the fourth one, they're gonna kiss. So I'm hoping in all the other ones, they're just like, you're not my style. Like, you're not my type, sorry. And then the fourth one, they're just like, we've been through so much. We're now a couple. We have to be. Please save me from myself. I don't know, something like that, right? Anyway, book one, let's see what this is about. Oh, so this is happening in New York City. I thought it was a little bit more of a fantasy setting than that, but I guess it is a contemporary writer. Yeah, okay. So in New York City, but with opposing thrones and elves, huh? And magic. I've just read the synopsis for this series, and I'm hoping it's everything I love. Like enemies to lover, lots of angst, slow burn, high fantasy. Not high fantasy, I can already confirm, but still. Okay, so basically we're following Romeria, who is a thief, which did not seem to be the case when I saw the pictures, but let me explain. She's a thief. She steals actually from the rich. She is in New York City. She's part of a group with the most notorious crime boss, but she is forced to do some kind of service, pretend for a woman. Like that seems to be her new boss or whatever, but that's not the point. The point is that that requires her to pretend to be some kind of long lost princess. Love that. And betrothed to the king, who is ruthless, hates her. A bit of imagery, maybe? So she pretends to be this princess, and he finds out. This is hypnosis, so I'm assuming finds out right away. And he tells her that he requires her service to help uncover a plot against him. So she has to keep on pretending to be his betrothed. So we have probably forced proximity, marriage of convenience, fake marriage of convenience, I don't know. But I absolutely love that premise. Don't forget, the image of book 2 is them being soldiers, so maybe some stuff's gonna go down. Book 3, she has wings. Let's see what happens, but that sounds really great to me. So that's it for this little video. I was actually pretty comfortable here on the ground. I feel like all of these books looks really good. I'm actually really interested by this, Rat and the Flame by Kay Tucker. Maybe I should read like a small contemporary book. No, what if I don't like it from that author? I'm gonna be like so disappointed and we'll never get into these. But yeah, maybe these two seems to be my most anticipated read of this whole little book haul about special edition and fairyloot. But anyway, thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.